Hey everyone, I finished watching the next episode of Street Sharks Shark Treatment. This is a nonsensical title for the episode. It doesn't make. There is a treatment given to a character, but doesn't turn them into a shark. It has nothing to do with the sharks. Yeah, this is the start of where the titles just get really weird, and I really wish they'd put more effort into the titles. So, anyway, synopsis. The sharks are going around the city capturing a bunch of criminals, and this seems to be turning their reputation around because even the guy in the sky dude shows up and he's like all for the sharks doing this and turning the bad guys into the police. And Dr. Paradigm at his lab sees this and he's getting frustrated at it and he's yelling at the Seviots. Let's see. Oh, and then there's a weird bit where Killamari casually walks over and starts ripping a chair apart. I guess he's mad, but he's doing it so casually, it's just, yeah, I just do this to calm down once in a while or something. Okay, anyway, Paradigm shows his Seviots he's caught this killer whale. He has it in a tank next to a smaller tank, about the size to hold a person. Alright. So then, at Humongo Burger, Benz is with a friend of Clint's, who was, which was Jab's name when he was human. And, the animation here, I like the animation here. It's really fluid, and it looks good, it's smooth, but it feels kind of out of place with the other episodes we've had. Jets and Benz both kind of have cartoony expressions, Jets especially. He picks up the huge burger and he's like, and his mouth just, opens crazy wide, like Garfield eating something. Anyway, Jets apparently knows about the street sharks. He knows, that Benz knows them. I'm not really sure how far he knows about them, but anyway, then he says to Benz, "Oh, I've got to go. There's a doc at the university who's gonna, give me a genetic examination or something weird." So then, let's see, he motorcycles to the university, and him and some girl are meeting with Dr. Paradigm. And Paradigm has the weirdest thing to tell them. They took tests revealing genetic issues that may require treatment. Yeah, that sounds serious. What possible genetic complications could these characters have that could require treatment? And they don't really react to it very seriously. Jets and the girl are like, mm-hmm, uh-huh, yeah, okay. It really makes me think whoever was writing for Street Sharks, let's see, I wrote the writers down in this little paper I have, let's see. The writer who I think wrote the most was Martha Morin. She wrote all three of the premiere episodes. Douglas Booth wrote Shark Quest, and then Dennis O'Flaherty, Robert Schechter, something. And let's see, Bill Matheny, and this one was Dennis O'Flaherty again. So his other episode was Lone Shark, which was Killamari's introduction. That was a pretty decent episode. But yeah, I'm thinking must be a lot of the writers just thought, yeah, just toss technobabble in. It's just science-sounding words. Kids, like our target, isn't going to actually know what any of the words mean, I guess. The show's not Futurama. It's not going to have actual scientists watching and commenting about whether or not they use the right terminology here or there or whatever. So, anyway, my notes got messed up here. Okay, and then let's see. Later on, it shows Paradigm. He turns the girl away because apparently her and Jets took a, what was it, compatibility serum, and she's disqualified because her body rejected the serum or something. Which is weird because he turns her away. They don't explain why exactly the compatibility serum didn't work on her, because when Jets behaves a certain way later, he acts surprised by it. So why turn her away and not him? As far as he knows, doesn't, like, whatever. Anyway, the weird thing is that when she's turned away, she asks if she can be given treatment anyway, and Paradigm says, "No, I think your condition might cure itself." And she walks away, and he mumbles to himself, "There was never anything wrong with you in the first place." Which is malpractice on top of the already several unethical things Paradigm has done. I don't think he should be allowed to be a doctor anymore. So anyway, he goes into his office and Jets is there, and let's see, blah 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 blah. Jets is really eager to do stuff for Paradigm. He's all ready to do whatever, and Paradigm says, "Oh, I left my pen out on that flagpole. Could you go get it for me?" And he does. Well, there's no pen there. "Hey Doc, there's no pen out here." "Oh, yes, silly me. It was in my pocket the whole time." I kind of like just how cold and like unfeeling Paradigm is here. I kind of wish he'd act like this a little bit more often. Like this specific kind of way. Usually he's more just like he's the cartoon villain, but here it's like he really doesn't care about human life. He just wants he doesn't see people as people. He sees them as a potential elements to use in an experiment for his own interests. So anyway, he takes Jets down to his secret lab, and he wants to mutate him with genes from the killer whale from earlier. So he does. Oh, and then there's a scene when Jets is transforming into the killer whale mutant. There's a scene I don't think would fly today, not because it's violent or has innuendo or anything, but because it's constant flashing white lights. And they go on for a while. Like, even I had to look away, because that gives me a headache. But yeah, they definitely wouldn't do that now, and yeah, for fear of, like, epileptic issues people might have, even though that's actually quite rare anyway. Oh yeah, so he transforms into the killer whale, and for some reason he has a huge tongue that can shoot out and grab things. He has a big prehensile tongue now. I'm pretty sure killer whales don't have, like, prehensile tongues that can, like, shoot out like a frog. Like Suyu from, Hero Academia and, like, wrap around stuff and do the kind of things he does. So that made me think, was this, like, a specific genetic alteration that Paradigm made, like, when he was making the formula that mutates Jets? Oh, and he names, mutated Jets Moby Lick. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Because he's a whale, and also he licks things, because the tongue. I'm wondering how that name translated in other countries, because Street Sharks did get translated into quite a few different languages. It was shown, like, around the world. Like, I've seen, let's see, there's a German version. There was, like, even a Japanese dub of it, I'm pretty sure, because there's, like, fan art from, there was someone, like, kind of popular a while ago who someone from Japan, some anime creator, who they released this like sketchbook or something, and it had Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs in it. And I remember some people thinking, "Oh, that's cool." So anyway, yeah, Moby Lick. Does that translate to other countries, or did they change it so that his name is like Moby Tongue or something, or some other kind of pun, or did they just drop the pun altogether? Did they just call him Moby? Oh. Oh, anyway, the compatibility serum, it turns out, that was given to the girl in Jets it contained a loyalty element, and that's why Jets is willing to do whatever he wants for Paradigm, and now, as Moby Lick, he continues to be totally willing to do whatever Paradigm wants. So, oh, and then this is a weird thing. Shark Central. Up till now, it's called Shark HQ, except for, I think, the last episode. Like, Ben's little base that the sharks hang out at. What was wrong with Shark HQ? Why is it Shark Central now? Like, either one works, it's just, why bother changing it? Why didn't they just stick with one name for the place? Or did it never have an official name, and this is just, like, I don't know, it doesn't have an official name, and they're just calling it whatever they feel like. Who cares? It's a dumb little thing, doesn't mean anything. Sharks see Moby Lick on the news attacking a bank. They go to stop him. The Seviets show up, they fight them off, they get Moby Lick away, and then later the Seviets are with Paradigm and Moby Lick, and they're plotting against Moby Lick because they're afraid he's become Paradigm's new favorite. And all the Seviets, Slash, Slopster, and Killamari, are all allied together against Moby Lick, which I thought was a cool idea. It was like, yeah. It's kind of funny. They had a good dynamic with these villains. It's too bad they wouldn't keep them through the whole show. Paradigm, let's see, he sees Moby Lick's, the loyalty serum is starting to wear off, so he gives him this glass and says, it's, vitamins. Okay, Doc. And then, oh yeah, he has Moby Lick call Benz to lure the sharks to this warehouse. Oh, the Acme warehouse is what they call it. Alright. So then, Moby Lick calls, praying to be Jets in trouble. Benz tells the sharks go to the warehouse, and it's a really weird setting. The warehouse is full of these giant matte paintings, I guess for like movies or something. But we don't see that for long. It turns into this whole illusionary slash holographic world. They say both. Let's see, Paradigm says that he's sending out subliminal programming to make the sharks see the inside of the warehouse as a forest. But then later they say it's a hologram. Whatever. Technobabble. Kids won't know what the words are anyway. There's a big fireball chasing after the sharks here. Paradigm hopes that that'll get them hot so that they'll drink from this stream, and the stream has the loyalty serum in it. So then, the Seviets are screwing with Moby and they lock him in the building. So Moby decides to make the best of the situation and go fight with the sharks. And then he's fighting with Jab, and while he's fighting, he's sweating like just a ton, like crazy. And he sweats the serum out, and he's no longer loyal to Paradigm. He remembers that the sharks are his friends, and he warns them about Paradigm. Paradigm tries to change the illusion, and they fall down a chasm, and they're not hurt, and Slamoo's like, hey, a fall like that should have killed us. Oh, and they actually say, what was it? We should be dead right now. So weird they could get away with saying dead early on in Street Sharks, apparently. Anyway, that starts to clue them in that this whole world isn't quite real. And then Jab sees water, he's like, water! So then he's going over, and Moby Lick's like, no, Jab, it's poison! And then Slamoo slams the ground, creates an earthquake, Jab falls back, and the earthquake also collapses the whole warehouse. And so then Moby joins up with the sharks. Hey, let's all be friends, right? We're all mutants, yay! And then they go out for Humongo burgers for shakes. The end. Okay. It's a goofy episode. Oh, the animation was kind of weird in this. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like wiggly sometimes. Like, the characters, they aren't exactly on model the whole time. Like, they're close, but their body is just kind of, I don't know, they kind of warp and wiggle around. It's really weird. Oh, and then there's a ton of stock footage in this episode. It's not too bad, because it makes sense in context. There's a scene where when they go down to Paradigm's lab, there's stock footage from the first episode of these machines carrying vials of goo around. There's a couple scenes of the Street Sharks, like they bang their heads together or something. There's a few fight scenes that are stock footage. But it's all like in fight scenes that make sense for where they are. They're not like suddenly inside knocking over boxes when they're on the road like in another episode. Yeah, that's it for this one. I really like Street Sharks. Let's see, what episode comes next? The episodes don't have like a next time on at the end. So let's see, Road Sharks. Paradigm captures Streaks, Moby Lick, and okay. I don't remember much about that one, but yeah, Moby Lick sticks around for a while. I do remember that. Yeah, that's all for this one, I guess. See ya.